everyone. We're coming. Live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And for the Pistons, we've got another hometown game here in Detroit. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Yeah, you know, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. Well, last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted back.
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. And Durant launches from deep. The long-distance three is buried. Durant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Nice ball rumored by Detroit. And that one's good by Favors. Well, we have two terrific teams facing off in this one. Clark, would you say this is a measuring stick game?
I would think so, Kevin. I mean, certainly these teams will use it as a barometer for themselves. They both feel like they can play with anybody. So the confidence is not lacking. And these are two top-flight teams. And actually, I'm anxious to see which one of them will come out on top in this one.
I agree. And then Durant with the dunk.
Like seeing Durant slam that one down. I mean, he's just powering it home thanks to that incredible position.
Back to Harden. Score the basket, his second of two attempts.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now, here's Nurkic. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Goes back up. He can't get it to go. Plumlee with some nice D. Harden inside the three-point line. And stolen by Barnes. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
He just threw that possession away. Hopefully he learns from that and doesn't make the same mistake again.
Holiday looking over the floor. Pass to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Love when Harden uses that great leaping ability to finish with power.
Carter outside. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Carter at the elbow. Lobbed up there for Barnes. And again, Dallas turns it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pass to Harden. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
To the middle. Here's Carter. Here's Nurkic. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum. And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Here's Nurkic. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Goes up. Stops. Pops. Detroit, no good that time either. Fades away. And he overshot that one, missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
And the basket by Harden.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Mavericks. Barnes outside. Here's Nurkic. Carter right side. 5 on the clock. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Back to Harden. Ring shot on the way. Nice jump shot. Good. Harden's got 11 points.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
We've got 1:28 left in the first. Back to Nurkic. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He has 6.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And the awareness from Lin, outstanding. A true point guard who really sees the floor well.
Here's Nurkic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Back to Harden. Durant with the steal. And that one's good. Parker.
And he's really redefined the floater. Parker is one of the best in the business.
Durant with it. And it's Lin picking him up. Dallas moving the ball around. Stolen by Randolph. Lin's shot is off.
Excellent concentration from the deep. Intimidated the shooter, bothered him, distracted him, and made him think twice as he went in for that layup.
For Dallas, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And Parker has such speed and creativity, just causes the defense fits in terms of how to properly guard it.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Harden's shot is good.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
To the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Zach Randolph. The Mavericks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that.
Absolutely. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Mavericks lead by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for Dallas.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Here's Durant. Lets it fly from 18. And he hits the jump shot. Durant's got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas. And Cody Zeller, he's carved out a fine career for himself, Clark, but not quite what everyone expected.
Yeah, he was the 4th overall pick in the draft, Kevin, and he's got tremendous skill and athleticism, and he's plateaued a bit, but I think with bigger guys, you've got to look at a 5 to 6 year time horizon versus 3 or 4. He's a really good pick and roll player. He can run the floor and usually shoots a pretty high percentage.
Harden left side. And stolen by Zeller. Here's Bullock. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pistons trailed by 9. Back to Harden. Back to Lynn. Pass to Harden. 5 on the clock. And Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
Dallas calls timeout. Clark, if you need to win a game 7, and you can't have KD or LeBron, but you can have any other one player in the league, who would you pick?
Wow, you can't have either one of those guys.
How do you like that question?
There's a great list. Harden, Curry, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard when healthy. And I think you'd have to throw Russell Westbrook in there, too, for a one-game situation where he could just go with the abandon he goes with. But I think I'm going to hang my hat with Kyrie Irving since he was part of bringing the championship to the Cavs a couple of years ago, my hometown.
Pistons trail by 6. Pass to Harden. Releases from 15. Not enough on that one as it misses. And here are the Mavericks now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Hey, Kevin, no idea what happened there, quite honestly. I mean, it seemed like he just mistimed that pass.
Lynn looking it over. Pass to Harden. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, James Harden, the leading isolation scorer in the league for the last 3 years plus. He's taken it to a whole new level, almost 12 points a game in isolation in 2018. And his efficiency, the best in the game, is off the charts.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Anthony. Drains it from 17 feet out. Anthony's got his second basket of the game. And it's interesting, isn't it? Isolation, one-on-one basketball has lost favor league-wide, but Harden flips that logic on its head.
Yeah, it can still be a little frustrating to watch at times, Kevin, but it reminds me a bit of the way that Steph Curry changed the definition of a good shot, his deep range and marksmanship from long distance. Now more and more players are shooting it from that deep. Harden is changing the definition of a good possession because he's just so talented at making the toughest shots look easy.
Nobody near Nurkic. And misses it off the right side of the rim. It's Harden with the drive.
Boy, it's amazing to me how easy Harden makes it look. I mean, when he's locked in, he feels like there's nobody that can guard him, and he's right most of the time.
Pass to Nurkic. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Carter down low. Goes up again. And Nurkic lays it in. Nurkic has got 11 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Back to Harden. And no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. And that'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
DeLynn. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Here's Okafor. Pass to Harden. A second chance effort. Rebound by Nurkic.
He's still fighting it, and sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
Second chance shot. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
Pass to Harden. Great D that time from Nurkic. Dallas leading by 8. Now here's Barnes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Holiday.
And, you know, Harrison Barnes is an effective two-way player, becoming better every day on offense and can defend multiple positions as well.
Barnes hits them both.
And though some were skeptical of the contract Harrison Barnes signed, he's lived up to it. Not an elite player yet, but is emerging on a franchise caliber level and continues to improve and is strong and consistent really on both ends of the floor.
Here's Harden. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Harden's got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the board.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Mavericks leading by 7. Barnes outside. Dallas moving the ball around to the middle. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Mavs. Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, you once worked for the Indiana Pacers, Vice President, Player Relations, and really had your fingerprints on a lot of part of that organization. Could you see yourself going back to an NBA front office role?
I don't anticipate that. I love what I do as a broadcaster. I really feel as though I'm right where God wants me to be. Currently had a wonderful tenure with the Pacers, 32 years between playing, broadcasting, both radio and television, and then 4 years in the VP of Player Relations role. Phenomenal relationships with a number of people, but no, I think that chapter for me is in the rearview mirror.
I speak for everyone playing the game, watching the game. We're glad you're in broadcasting, I'll tell you that.
Thank you, partner.
Here's Nurkic, 19 points in the game. The second effort. Anthony trying to get open. Banked in off the glass. And that's now 21 points for Nurkic.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to Harden. A second chance effort.
And, you know, they don't have it right now. I mean, missing their first 3 shots so far this half, slow start.
And it's Durant missing. Pistons trailed by 11. Taken away by Anthony. Here's Barnes. Here's Nurkic. Rebound by the Pistons. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send him to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the stripe. Look at Mason Plumlee. He's a throwback big in my mind. You're not going to see him stretch the floor. That's not what he does. He has a hard time from the free throw line, certainly, but his size, effort, activity, really valuable to this team.
Offensive rebound.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Nurkic in the post. They shoot again. And it's good on the way in. Nurkic has got 10 points in just the second half. And talking about Plumlee, what he gives you often fails to show up on the stat sheet.
Well, you know, the thing I like about him is his hustle. He makes those extra possession plays, those activity plays. He's tough, doesn't need the ball to be effective. And the other thing he does better than most big guys in the league is run the floor.
Pass to Harden. Nurkic with the block. And they'll keep possession. The shot's good from Plumlee. Plumlee's got his first basket.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Dallas calls timeout. And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
That's tipped.
And Pirtle deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker. Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Nurkic can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Trying to get open is Carter. Nurkic can't hit.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
For Detroit, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
Here are the Pistons with the ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Knocked away. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And here's Barnes for 3. It's good from long range. Barnes has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Mavs. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And talking about Carlisle's outside interests, one I know of, he's an excellent pianist.
And you know what? He is. And he's played with a well-known musician or two in concert. Also an avid pilot. This guy is a renaissance man.
Pistons trailed by 9. Here's Harden. And that's good off the glass that time. Harden's got 43 points.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the bump.
Anthony's shot is off.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Barnes outside. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Anthony. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Anthony's got 6 points.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Again, the Mavericks score.
You can ill afford to put a smaller defender on him. I mean, especially from the mid-range. You're asking for trouble.
Harden inside the three-point line. Left side, Lynn. Back to Harden. It's deflected. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And then Carter with the dunk.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Harden has a wide open look. Yusuf Nurkic has been on display for Dallas. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Pistons trail by 10. Pass to Favors. Inside. Stolen by Durant. Spellman rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
Well, he doesn't count on elevation or hang time, that's for sure, but he can still get it in the basket.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Pass to Bullock. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Harden. The Mavericks pull it in.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Back to Plumlee.
And I just love how Durant goes so hard on the defensive side, making an effort to alter as many shots as possible.
Pass to Parker. Zeller with it. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Parker with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. A nice shot by Zeller.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to Harden. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him. Pass to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Harden. Over Durant. No good off the front iron.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
To end the cold streak. Now, here is Harden. And Durant sends it back. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Here's Harden. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Harden's got 48.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
A nice shot by Zeller.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Outside Holiday. To the middle. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change club.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you, that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
Tries again. Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Durant drawing the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Pistons with possession here.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Mavericks.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jusuf Nurkic.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
The Pistons on offense. They trail by 16. Sinks the three-pointer.
Nice to see Harden continue to expand his range. He is an absolute laser from outside.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Pass to Randolph. Shot clock at 5. Back to Harden. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Anthony. but they'll get another chance. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for them, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us.